Friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Joyce Bwabi, and in today's episode I'll be sharing with you how I store my fruits and vegetables. Today when I went into the market, when I was coming back, I thought of I think it's time that I should share with my fans how I store my fruits and vegetables without a fridge. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe to this channel to be able to get new videos every time that I upload. Stay tuned. Has it ever occurred to you that most of the fruits and vegetables that we buy in the market, you are storing them wrongly? So today, with the few ideas that I have, I'll be showing you how I preserve or store my fruits and vegetables, at least for longer, since I don't have a fridge. So I'll be starting with the potatoes. Since I won't be washing them, we'll be storing them with the dirt, because the moment they are damp or the moment they get into water, that is a recipe for them to rot. So we'll start with the potatoes. With the potatoes, what I'll do, first of all, I'll use this container that is somehow like a sieve. I will align a kitchen towel into it. If you don't have a kitchen towel, you can use a newspaper or a dry old rag or a piece of cloth. I will align my kitchen towel. This will help the potatoes to be dry, since we'll be storing them in a cool place where there is no water. So what I'll do with my potatoes, I will select and check any of them that is bruised or has been cut. We'll put it aside. We'll select every piece of the potato, every potato, to ensure that it's not cut, neither is it bruised. The ones that have been cut, we'll put them aside. As you can see, it's like all of them, they're okay. Thank God the person who sold this to me did not give me the rotten ones or the cut ones. All of them are okay. Now, after selecting, I will not wash my potatoes. Reason being that any dampness will cause the potatoes to start rotting. In the first 2 or 3 days, you'll see some mold on it, then it will start rotting. So after I've selected and seen that there are no cut or any rotten or any bruised potatoes, I will place them on this container with the dirt. We will not wash the potatoes. We'll place them with the dirt. The dirt or the soil on the potato will help to preserve the moisture of the potato, and also to ensure that the potato does not rot. As you can see, I'm arranging all the potatoes on it. I removed this. And now these are my potatoes. After I've arranged everything here, I will cover with the cotton cloth. I will cover with a clean cotton cloth that is dry, and I will keep this in a dark, dry place. Reason being, the moment you expose the potatoes into light or direct sunlight, they will start germinating, and we don't want them to germinate. We want to store them for a while because we won't be cooking all of them at once. So I will store them in a cool, dark, dry place. So that is how I store my potatoes. Now the second item that I'll be showing you how I store are the bananas, the ripe bananas. When I went to the market, I picked this because I wanted to use this to make juice. That's why they look like they are overripe or they are ripe. And I also have this because we had cleared what we had in stock. I thought, let me pick this at least that is ready to eat. So I will show you how I store it. Or maybe when you go into the market and you buy bananas that have not ripened that well, I'll show you how I store mine. What I use, I will cut this cling film paper, and using this cling film, I will tie the base where the banana meets. This is where I will tie it. This will slow the process of ripening. It slow the ripening process. So with this, even though it is ripe, it might go even for 4 days and it will still be okay. It will not continue to turn black. So after I do this, I will take my kitchen towel again. I will align at the base of my basket, the one that I'm using. Then I prefer using a bigger basket to avoid the bananas from pressing on each other. At least it will create enough space for the bananas to fit well and to avoid the bananas pressing on each other looking mushy. So this one, as I've told you, I'll use it to make juice, so I'll just place it on the side. But I've used this one to show you how I will preserve it because we won't be using this for today. So with my bananas, this is how I store them. But if you have there are baskets that I've sold in the market whereby you can hang your banana to avoid it from pressing on the surface. You can use that. So this is how I store my bananas. Not forgetting, I'll just place this basket on top of my countertop to avoid putting it somewhere whereby things might be placed on top of it and mash my bananas. The next item that I'll be showing you how I store are the onions, because this one we are not washing them. Just like the potatoes and the bananas, we are not washing them with water, because the moment these touch water, that is a recipe for them to rot. So at the moment, since I don't have a fridge, I had bought what I'll be using for a week. So this is what I had bought, and every time that I go to the market, I pick onions that have this, that are coated with the peppery coating. This one acts like it prevents the onion from outside moisture, or sometimes you might find that you find onions that have already been drained on. If you live in a place whereby you can put them outside and air them or dry them under the sunlight, it will be good. So with this, I'll store them here in this basket on top of the counter, just the same like the others. I'll place a paper towel in my basket. I'll place a paper towel in my basket. Then I will place my onions facing upwards, like this. So every time that you want to cook, at least it is good to check them around to see maybe if there's any one of them that is turning color or rotting. I don't keep my garlic together with the onions. What I do with the garlic, I usually place it in a different container. Sorry, this is the only one that is left, so that's why I removed from the other container, because I'll be using it later. But this is how I store my onions. The good thing with the onions, we won't be using water right now or vinegar, because when you want to cook, you just cut them, wash them, then you can sanitize them in or you can sterilize them with the vinegar. So this is how I store my onions. Another thing with the onions, just like the potatoes, I'll cover them with a cloth, then place them in a cool, dry place that is dark to avoid them from germinating. Because remember, in school, I was taught by my teacher that for germination to take place, there has to be light. So when you place it in a dark place, they will not germinate. Now for the tomatoes, these are the tomatoes. I will wash them in running water. That is, if you have running water, I'll thoroughly wash them in running water. Ensure that you use your hand to rub it, making sure that, knowing that tomatoes are very delicate, especially the skin. I'll wash one after another and ensure that they are clean. Remember, since I don't have a fridge, I've just bought enough for a week. So for a week, for them to be able to stay for a week, I'll have to store them well to avoid rotting. Yeah, that is my last one. The next thing that I'll do, I'll put water in a basin, then I'll add like 1 tablespoon of white vinegar into the water. That is enough for 1 tablespoon. I'll add 1 tablespoon of water. Then I'll put in my tomatoes and allow it to soak for like 3 minutes. I'll put it aside and I'll wait for 3 minutes. The white vinegar helps to kill the germs. Remember, these tomatoes in the market, a lot of people have been handling it from the shamba to the middleman to the market, and also at the market. Like right now in Kenya, when people go to buy goods in the market, they pick, they touch, they turn. You might not know the kind of germs those people are carrying. So with the white vinegar diluted into the water, it will help kill any germs that are in the tomatoes. So we'll give it like 3 minutes, and then we'll rinse it again. After 3 minutes, I'll remove this from the water with the vinegar. Again, I'll rinse with clean water. I will rinse all of them with clean water. After rinsing, I'll wipe it with a clean towel and ensure that the tomatoes are dry. I've dried my tomatoes, and as you can see, some of them I haven't removed the base or the stalk. This also helps in preventing the tomatoes from rotting. So I'll place them here on a I've placed them in a container. Down I've placed a kitchen towel, sorry. Then I'll place them at the counter. But right now, since I'm still using the counter, I'll just put them aside, and as soon as I'm through, I'll place it there. Now I'll be washing my oranges and apples. Sorry, I've mixed imported oranges and local oranges. These ones are not rotten. You may think that they are rotten, but they are not. This is the color. I'll also be washing my lemon in running water. And I'll put the lemons together with the oranges because all of them, they are citrus fruits. I've just kept the apples here because since they are not many, I'll just wash them together. So the oranges and lemons, they are all citrus fruits, and I will sterilize them in water with vinegar for 3 minutes before I dry them and store them. I've just soaked my oranges, the lemons and the apples in water with vinegar for like 2-3 minutes to sterilize. Then I'll wash them again in clean water, then dry them. I'll rinse them in running water, clean running water, all of them. Now with a clean towel, I will dry my fruits one after another. That is the oranges and the lemons and the apples. I'll also wash my cucumbers. I've already soaked them in vinegar, which I did off camera. I've rinsed them in clean water, then I'll dry them, and then I will dry them to ensure that they are dry. Sorry, accident. I'll dry them, and let me clear the surface first. Then I'll place them, I will roll them in a kitchen towel. The kitchen towel will help to prevent the moisture from escaping. So I'll roll them in a kitchen towel, then I'll place it in a bowl, place it somewhere at the counter. I'll be arranging my fruits in this basket here. I like my fruits clean. At least anyone can just come and pick them without wondering if they are clean or not. So whenever you find them on the countertop, it's not a must that you go wash them because they are clean and they are sterilized. Now here are my fruits and vegetables. These are the ones that I'll be placing somewhere on the counter for ease of reaching them, and also to avoid placing them maybe somewhere where there is a lot of heat that will hasten, ambayo itaharakisha kuiva, which we don't want them. We want this to last us for a week. So thank you so much for watching my video. If you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe to the channel because there are more videos that are coming up that are interesting, so do not miss out. Thank you so much.